I'm checking the sound. Can't hear any sound. Should be sound. Should be sound. Checking the sound. Let me see here. I got this sound. Should be sound. Okay. All right, I'm going to do voice is kind of messed up because I've been sick. I'm not sure if I'm getting any sound here yet. Anyway, here we go. I think it sounds okay. Let me see here. Let me turn. Yeah. Alright, this is the Frost Giant. Got this thing the last time I've been to Ross. I don't know how long this is going to be, but right here in the corner, you guys can see. Not that. Here we go. Here we go. The Frost Giant. He's from the Witchery. Right here. Let me do it real quick right here. He was blue. Just his legs were brown, like just a light color. So I went in. Well, first of all, let me start with the body. This is more or less, you can't see too much because I've been masking it off. This is not the best light right now for a finished product. I still got to do some shading yet, but you can see up here how many times I tried to color this thing and get the desired effect. Like I said, my voice is kind of fucked up, so for some reason I don't know what it is. Anyway, I tried to do this flesh tone. It didn't work out too good. Boy, I tell you, ongoing project. Don't really know who the Witcher Frost Giant is, but for $6, it's about a 12-inch figure. I was unsuccessful with the flesh tone. Too much stuff going on, but I got the old Frankenstein style gray going on here, which is really cool. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. But the head is far from being done. I got some putty in there and stuff. It looks a little better in person. The shading. Why does my camera keep doing that? There's a little more shading than it looks like here, right? But I got all these lights and I got the brightness turned up a little bit. But you can see right here how he looked before. I really dirtied up the rope here. I didn't go back and fix it yet. I did a wash on it. I may keep it that way, just all dirt and dingy. I was even thinking about going to the store and getting some real kite string and redoing that. I might do that still, I'm not sure. This is an ongoing project. It's taken forever, it seems like, because for 6 hours, not to complain, but for 6 hours down here, trying to get the right colors. But today, right now, as far as I'm at now, I'm happy with the base coat. As I did here, you can see it's a lot different than the leg, how it came. Basically, that's how it came. I do have before and after, but I'll do that later. I took some shots of video of, before and after, and I'm trying to get used to this camera. But you can see, you can't really tell everything, but there's a lot of wash in here. The strap here is just bone colors, you can see over there. And I went back here. I did everything over again. I did the straps and the rope on the bottom of the feet. I put a little bit of. I made his feet obviously a little more dirtier than his arm because his feet are dirtier. But like I said, you can see it a little bit now. I got wash in there, but a little bit too bright, I think, with my camera. I still got to do the toenails. I do have a little wear and tear at the bottom of his feet, of his pants, because if he's barefoot and walking around, I think he'd be kind of banged up. But I think I got a small diorama I'm going to do with this. This thing's taking forever, which is good and bad. See, I painted every little strap, as you can see before and after so far. Every strap, every rope. So I'm happy with it. as much as this is kind of a love-hate project. I'm loving it by doing it, but also I really got aggravated by doing it until I found my spot. See, the thing is for me, customizing is I don't know where I'm going. I ad lib halfway through, and I'm excited to get started, but I think I need to probably do some light stuff here. It's straight raw umber. So I love that color, raw umber. I love that brown. And I got shadings and shit going on, but like I said, excuse my voice, I'm kind of banged up, but I just didn't want to lay here in bed. I was really kind of unhappy that I didn't go in here. I wish this came off. I wish this wasn't one sculpt. I could take all this wooden armor off. I wish I could, but I can't. Then I could get in here and really shade. Yeah, it's a shade. I know. I think I'm fucking dying. And getting there, but I did this here. Turned out really nice. I went all black. What I did real fast is I took the whole damn thing apart, primed it black with rattle can, which I say I never do, and I did. And guess what? A day later, it still wasn't dry. It was tacky. So I got some alcohol, scrubbed them back down to primer, or so much to the left here, his bluish color there, and that's where I bring it back to the flesh tone that was unsuccessful, which I'm kind of glad, because if I went flesh tone with this, that means there'd been a lot of brown, on this, and I didn't like that idea of this being brown everywhere. So right here, I went all through here and painted all this rope again. I washed the bones. See the bones on the left there? The original over there on the left. It's just straight white, almost a off-white. I washed them so the details can pop. Then I went in. I'm still not done the fingernails, of course. I went in, and all these little bumps and shit he's got all over his skin. I think I'm going to go in with either a regular opaque or what is this? Blue violet. I think the blue violet might be good for his fingers, because I might go black on his fingernails, but I just don't want to go just straight black. We'll see what it looks. I don't know. I'm going to add lib now again. Probably change it up 8 times. I did try to, you can't really tell here. You can tell on screen, but it looks weird. It looks better in person. Believe me, it does. I did some shading with the airbrush for the muscles. Kind of new doing that. That was kind of new experience. You got to step out of the box, my comfortable box. And I put the veins. It's I don't know. I'll when I finally do the video, I'll show you guys what colors I used in this. I got them veins going on here. I can't remember the color. Me and my daughter and son were talking about the different color veins, but you can see here the veins in there. They're kind of it's kind of meshing together for some reason on camera, but it's really separated in person. I don't know why that's doing that, but right now I'll get a better. I don't know. I tried to mess with my camera, but I'm not getting a great. It doesn't do it justice here, and I love when it freezes. It doesn't do it justice yet. I mean, you can see. I don't know why it doesn't look. Well, anyway, as of right now, this is just work in progress. I redid these bones because I lost the color, because when I sprayed it black, it would not dry. Went in here and got this little, whatever the hell that is. I washed it like 3 or 4 times with some dark wash. Looks a lot better in person. Doesn't look great or perfect, but it's satisfactory. Right? I'm happy where I'm at with it right now. So the plan tonight is his big ass, whatever the hell this is, his back piece or whatever. I think we're going to do a dry brush on that. What we're going to do, let me move this stuff out of the way. Alright, so the plan is here is, these are spots here that this goes in. I had to cut them off, so I'll put those back on when I'm done. But the plan is here is to dry brush, and I think I'm going to go blue. I was thinking of going brown, but my plan, I think I changed it again. It's funny how sometimes you sit and you think about things, how they change up. But if I just, here's what he would look like kind of right now. Let me fix this. here's what I know he looks more bluish on screen, but he's not. I don't know. It's I don't have the best lighting here right now. I got lights everywhere that seem to be working. I'm thinking my plan is to putty his head off, dry brush some gray, light gray, and I'm not going crazy. I do like some folk art. Folk art I can get through the airbrush. I like this stuff, man. Folk art is it's thick, but you can make it really smooth. And for $1.50 a bottle, you know, who cares if you waste it? So, I think I changed my mind a little bit because this is gray. You can see some of the bone flesh underneath. I'll get to that. Well, for right now, I know I'm skipping around, but to change this up a little bit, I want to do his hair maybe like. I don't want to leave his hair black. I think I'm gonna do dry brush his hair. So he looks like he's got remnants of gray hair. He's an older giant. And I think with that being gray and black, I'm not going to get rid of all the black. I'm going to keep a lot of the black. But, you know, just lightly dry brush some gray into it. And if I mess up, I just paint it black again. That's the easiest way to fix it. So, I think I'm going to do dry brush this whole thing sort of more or less in the center here, because I didn't want to go brown. After I thought about brown, I didn't want to put brown over top of brown. I didn't want to do that. This rope needs to be fixed up. Either I'm going to go with this rope or I'm going to go with some kite string and just paint it myself, and then put all these pieces in the kite string myself. I don't know. I think I might do that. I don't know. But for right now, we're going to paint this. We're going to dry brush some highlights in there with this gray. Just steel gray, and then we're going to come back in either with a good old apple barrel, your 59 cents a bottle. That's a nice blue. It's a nice blue. See, it's a little brighter on screen. I don't know why. I don't know. I can never get the right adjustments on my camera. I think I'm going to go with this one instead. This is a darker blue. So I was thinking about this, but I think I just changed my mind again. We're going to go with some good old opaque, out of the bottle, Createx airbrush paint. So we're going to check that out. Put him away for a second. We're going to do his back first. So we're going to get up some over here. We're going to see how this goes, guys. We're just going to see how it goes. I'm kind of impatient when it comes to dry brushing for some reason. I feel like that I'm in a race. I don't know why I feel like I'm in a race. Doesn't make sense. Makes no sense at all why I think I'm in a race. Huh. Oh boy, I'm feeling rough. Anyway, let's see here. I know I watched a lot of tutorials on YouTube. When some of them are extremely helpful and some of them I just can't figure out, but they say use a round one, and this is a piece of shit brush. I know that, but I'm not so much of a, I don't know. I had way more better experience when it came to dry brushing. Actually, I went here with this air gun and did some highlight shades. You can't see. I wish you could see, but you can't see. I got maybe the gamma or the brightness is up too high. But anyway, final product. I have better looking product. I think. I hope. I don't think I'm going to go with this. I think because I tried the dry brush down on his skin. That worked out well with this flat one. But I think I'm going to go back and hit this up. Use this one. Do some of this. I really do like how it's turning out. I really do like it. I mean, I don't know who the hell he was, but I really dig how it's turning out. I really like it. Like I said, I'm not this dry brush shit's new on me. But we're going to see what happens, man. We're going to see. I'm going to go real light at first. I'm going to go real light first, man. because I'm going to keep all those. I'm going to keep all that shit. You know, I'm going to keep it dark though. You know, I don't want it to be. I want it to be really dark at the same time. See, I'm going to follow this down. Not that I know what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm new when it comes to this dry brushing shit, but I'm digging it because it gives out a really smooth finished product, I think, you know. I was happy about it when I did barbecue. It turned out really well. Really liked it. That was fun. Really happy how that turned out. Maybe about that, maybe like this. I think that's the way I'm going to go with this. That's about how, see this? That's about how I want to get it right there. First I was testing it, see what was happening. This is where I want to go with it right there. That's about bright as I'm going to go, is right here. Right there. That's about bright I'm going to go. I'm not going to go any more brighter. No, I don't want to go any more brighter than that. And see, when it comes to cheap brushes, this is not a makeup brush. I need to get some makeup brushes. So from what I see people use, they use makeup brushes, which is pretty cool, but I don't have any. I bought these. This is cheap shit. Nothing wrong with being cheap shit because I'm a cheap bastard. So nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna get me some makeup brushes, man. That's what they say to use, you know. I don't know what they say to use, so I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. They say circular motion, man, but I can't seem to bring it out like that, you know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Starting to look pretty good now. Like I said, I don't want it completely. I don't want it completely out, you know. I don't want to. Look and see. And the good thing is, if you mess up, all you got to do is paint it black again. I painted this damn thing black twice. I screwed up twice. Had to paint this thing black twice. So it's kind of like I don't want this to end, you know. This has been such a pain in the ass. I kind of like this guy. I'm gonna call him Frankenfuck. I don't know what else to do, you know. So here we go. Let me see if we can do some shit like that. That looks pretty good. See, it's a little different now. Different here. You can see where it's going to be. Let me check that out. Let me dry this thing off. There's one thing I did forget though. Well, let's let this dry so I don't have to leave. Let's get his head going. I can't breathe, man. So my plan is with the head, let this dry for a second. The plan is for the head, I think I'm going to take some silly putty. We're going to cover it. I already got some on there. I can always go back in and fix it up, but I don't want to get it on what I've done already. That's for sure. I don't want to get it on there. I wonder if I can lift this up. See? I know this thing lifts up. Look at his head. Look at the side of his head. I got a whole lot going on here still. So, it's not bad. So, I got some reds in there, man. Got some silly putty on here. Got all kinds of colors going on here, man. So, we're going to cover his head up. Bring this out. Do the putty, man. Do the putty, you know what I'm saying? I can get the rest of it. I think I'm going to stay with the gray though with this one. I don't know how well this is going to turn out. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm not sure about that. This is where I'm probably going to have to go back in and do it again. I don't know. Let me see here. Let's do this. I do want to get that spot there. So I do want that. I want that. Covering his face. Do it over here. I do want to come here. I don't want to get into his scalp, man. I don't want to have to do that over again, to be honest with you. I don't want to have to do that over again. Maybe too much there. Oh, shit. It's alright. We'll fix her. fix his freaky ass up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hit his bumps, man. I don't want to hit his bumps. I kind of got his face where I want it, you know. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to have to do it over again. I've been doing this thing over again quite a bit times since I've been starting this thing. Shoo-wee, it's been quite a adventure with this one. I do like it when stuff goes good, though. I do have one video I need to put up that I finished up that my daughter and Kobe gave me a turtle, 3D print turtle. I finished that. I got video of that coming up, but for right now, we're gonna crank his head out. All right, see what this looks like. All right, let's try to go now. I want to try to keep. I don't think I'm going to use this brush. I'll use it with the blue, but I'm not going to use it with that. Let me see here. Let me think. Got Buzz Lightyear over here hanging out. Not that it matters.
Fair is not in my vocabulary.
Fair, yeah. I got a Buzz Lightyear I got back there. It's a 12-inch that I'm going to do a hazard Buzz Lightyear on. I got the turtle van over there. I'm just going to do. I haven't done that yet either. I think I'm going to go with. I'm going to use this here. This here seemed to work really well for me. Maybe it's not the right way to do it, but everybody finds their own way of doing it. But I like that because I'm going to roll it through. I'm going to roll it, brush it. I want to keep a lot of black. Wonder why that's on there. What is this? What is that? It looks like putty. Looks like putty to me. Anyway, that's weird. Yeah, that looks like putty to me. I guess I missed a spot. Alright, so here goes nothing. Like I said, if you mess up, all you got to do, it's a little bit of a pain. Buzz not. He's making too much noise. He's hitting a wall. Yeah, it's better. He's making a noise. I want gray hair, but I don't want it completely. I can't talk while I'm doing it because I don't know. I don't want to breathe. I'm trying to get my perfect spots in here as best I can do it, since I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Perfect spots. Perfect gray, maybe. Can't say perfect. It's never perfect. I'm looking for something like this. More like this. That's what I'm looking for. Not bad. That's not bad. I like that. It reminds me of fur on a. Yeah, I like this. This is the way to go. Now I'm afraid to put more. I'm afraid to put more paint on my brush because I'm afraid to mess it up. So I need to go in here and put some ties in his hair because it looks like he has ties in it, meaning Brett ties or whatever the hell that is. I do like this. Yeah, I like this. This is the way. This is where I'm. Okay, now this is turning out like how I visioned. This is turning out how like I visioned. It looks better in person. Trust me. It doesn't look that bad. It does on the camera right now. Like I said, right now it's set up with bright lights. I'll fix that. I'll fix it on the end result, on the end, in the end, when I get the final product. This is, yeah, I like that, man. It looks really good. No, that looks really good. Believe it or not, that's what I'm looking for. It's better than I expected because I don't never really think. I don't have the skills to keep it straight. You know what I mean? I tell you, man. So paint is forever, man. It goes forever. It doesn't stop, man. Meaning that the what you can do with it, man. I tell you, man, it's such a fucking awesome thing, man. I love it. Here's what I'm afraid to Here's what I'm afraid to keep it going because I don't want to have too much on my brush and mess it up, you know. I'm hitting it lightly. I'm not going real hard. Hitting it real lightly. There we go. That's what I'm saying, baby. Now that makes you happy. That makes you happy. It does. That makes you happy. Feeling like I'm gonna die, but I feel happy. I like that shit. And it doesn't do justice on the. This looks good in person. I got lucky because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just watch a million tutorials. It's the only thing. Fucking Buzz won't. If you don't shut up, he's going down the road. He's wobbling on the desk. You probably can't hear it. This is the shit right here. So I'm glad I took this brush opposed to this brush down here, because that one's jacked. You know what? I really like this, man. I think that's the way to go right there. I think I'm about done. I think we accomplished this situation because I'm going away from the hair. I mean, I'm not trying to teach you guys what to do. I'm just telling you how I learned, how it just, I don't know, man. Dude, man, that looks good, baby. Oh, boy, I tell you, that makes everything worthwhile, doesn't it? That's beautiful. You know, it's like almost, I know it still looks amateur, and I know it doesn't look like perfect, and it doesn't look the best. But I tell you, it's the road you're on, man. It's the road you're on. You know, you just keep going and learning, baby. It's the road you're on. You'll finally get there one day, you know, as long as you keep going and practicing, man. There's some spots here I think I could hit that I can see that it's kind of, what I'll do is I'm not going to mess with it no more. See, I can see here where that right there needs to be hit. I mean, I don't want to mess with it too much because I don't want it much brighter, you know. I don't want it much brighter than this. I want him to have the gray hair. Now, the gray hair on top of this black would be okay, but I'm going to go with the gray hair in this blue. If I can get the blue to show, not really loud, but soft, you know. But so far, we're a win-win with the hair, in my opinion. For me, that's what I was looking for. That's exactly what I was looking for. It looks good, at least for me. From where I'm, you know, that it looks really good. It looks even better over here, man. If you could see it, I know you can't see it. I know you can't tell, but I know I'm crazy. I know I sound stupid, me, but I'm really happy how that turned out. And that's just such a little thing. Let me see if you can see it there. See, probably looks a lot better from a distance. Maybe not. Like right. Yeah, that looks good, man. Looks good. Got a whole bunch of junk up there. A whole bunch of waste of money up there. I don't know why, you know, I got shit. I tell you, man. Speaking of waste of money, I can't say it's a waste, man. It makes you happy. You know what I mean? It makes you happy. I had to take a break from buying stuff. I don't know about you guys. Had to take a break. If I was just buying shit to buy it, man. I can't do that, man. Because I'm buying shit and I'm an inbox collector. And then when I buy shit, I'll just put it inside a crate and put it in the back room and stack the goddamn plastic tub up, and I don't even see what I got, man. I just, you know, man, running out of room, man. What do you do? What do you do when you run out of room? I don't know. Well, when I get, I guess I'll just keep going until I get there, you know. So this, I don't know if I'm going to use this now. I don't know if I want to use this. Shit. God, man, I feel like I'm going to die. God damn. I don't know. You know what? I don't think I'm going to use it. It's probably wrong. I'm probably would get a better, this thing here, man. This thing here. I would probably get a better outcome if I actually got a better, I'm not spending $100 on a couple brushes, man. I get a brush, you get it, use it, it fucking breaks, and you just get a new one. I mean, I'm not that deep, you know what I mean? I get it. You get what you pay for, but I refused to think that, you know, I just used the folk art right here. You know, I'm not trying to prove nothing. I'm just talking to myself. I used some of this gray. This is $1.50, and we're getting ready to use maybe this blue, and right there shows you it's $4.99, but You know, I think I like, what's the other shit called? What's the other shit called from Vallejo? Model Air. Man, this stuff here, I don't know, man. I mean, it's good. Definitely use, if you can use the paint that's made for airbrush, use that paint. Even if you got to pay a little more, this shit lasts forever. But the Model Air is $1 or $2 cheaper, but it's half the size. But it's so much easier to work with and thinner. But I'm not saying this is bad. You know, I've been using this since I started about a year and a half, 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years now, maybe, airbrushing and shit. But the Model Air, I think I'm gonna probably start transitioning over to that. But Createx, man, they got some good solid colors though, man. And I tell you, if you pay $5 for this, but you think $5, but man, you got to cut this shit. You know what I mean? You got to cut it with whether you're using your thinners, whether you're using whatever. You got to cut this stuff, man. At least I do, even with a 5.0 fucking needle. You know what I mean? Which is great. I was trying to push the cheap shit, and I did it one time, but it was a motherfucker. I tried it, but I did use this shit here. This is my go-to pushing through the airbrush if I have to, and I have to do like maybe 40 to 60 cut. You know, I use distilled water. I tried everything, man. I Frankenstein this motherfucker up. You know what I mean? But this shit comes out smooth, man. I did my Punisher's bike with this stuff, with the darker wrought iron. But I was also trying to push it through a 2.0 needle, which I didn't know because I'm learning, man. You know, you don't know this shit. Sometimes you're wondering, what are the troubleshootings? What do I got going on? Why isn't this shit working like it does on, YouTube? But sometimes, and they do say, hey, I'm going through a 5.0 needle, but my dumbass wasn't even thinking about it. So let's mix some of this up and see if we can get this going blue, man. See if I can hit it lightly with some blue. That'll be nice. I don't know. Would be nice. Oh, good. This shit here. Woo! Yeah, here we go. It's definitely some potent shit, man. That's why I came out here, man. I got where I usually do all my painting stuff in the back room, man. I can't do it right now because it's cold as shit outside, and back there it's cold as shit. I hate having this shit on my fingers, man, when I'm trying to do something. Of course, I don't have any. I just don't want to get it on front of the figure. I mean, you know how many times I was painting something and I didn't realize I had paint on my goddamn finger, and I got it on front of the actual front where I didn't want to get it on front of the actual piece you're working on? I've done that 1,000 times. Done that 1,000 times, man. I just don't want to keep doing shit over and over again. I got to do that anyway because I'm messing up so much. All right, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting right here. I do know, I did watch enough tutorials to know that people say don't use a paper towel because the paper towel gets on. I know the minis, but I don't give a shit. I'm sure they're right. I have to go a little darker with this. I don't know. We'll see though. Like I said, it would suck, but worst comes to worst. We'll put 2 layers on it, and if we don't like it, you know what we can do? We just go back and do it again. We just paint this bitch black again. You gray it out, crank it out. I think this is going to need 2 coats. It looks crazy blue on camera. I know that when I'm looking at the camera right now, I see that, but it's not that blue. I know what you're saying. Well, it looks blue to me. Well, trust me, I must have my saturation. I did do some. This has got to be darker. My saturation. It's going to take a couple coats. Up on my camera too much. Trust me, I wish it was, but I'd have to bring it down some. It's definitely not that blue. It doesn't look this blue. Trust me. And do you trust somebody that always says trust me? I don't know. I'm just telling you, it's not that blue. It's kind of mixing with the gray now. I don't like it. So far, I don't like what I'm seeing, to be honest with you. It needs to be darker blue, deeper blue. I may have to get another blue in the back real quick. Or just go darker with this. Maybe add some black to it. to this blue. Like I said, the first coat's going to be light anyway. I knew that. It's going to be very light. I may have to do a second coat and a third coat and a fourth coat. Just take my patience. See, that's where I fall lack of is patience. Is you know how these people, and I definitely admire these people with doing these minis with extreme patience, man. And I was thinking about, I hope I don't get blue on his chest. I don't want to get blue on him. I was thinking about getting into the minis, but now that I actually seen them, my son's doing the minis. He's jumping into the minis and meaning the Warhammer stuff and all that shit. No, man, I don't think I can do it, man. I don't think I can do it, man. It's not gonna happen. I may go back to the other brush. It looks pretty good, but it needs to be darker. I can always put a wash on it, I think, which I was always afraid to do in the past. We may just put a wash on it. I'm making a mess out of this blue of myself. Making a mess. Damn. Okay, well. Alright, well, this is definitely... the camera doesn't do it justice because it doesn't... Well, I never say trust me. Why am I saying it now? I'm going to go back to this raggedy piece of shit right here. Throw this on the floor, get rid of it, because you don't want to leave that shit on a table. You don't want to do it. Don't want to do it, because you'll get it all over yourself. I've done it 1,000 times. Here's where I'm getting impatient, because I'm afraid that... I'm not afraid, but I don't want to have to paint this black again. I do want to keep it where it's dark. I know it looks horrible right now on camera. I know it does, but it's not that vibrant here in person. For some reason, it just is vibrant, man. I ain't gonna mess with the settings while I'm making a video. Just, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. This isn't the finished. This is never a final product. This is just an ongoing thing. That's all it is. I may have to. Here we go. I have to go little baby steps here. Starting now. This is where I think I needed it to be. This is where I think I needed to be. Oh, it's getting there. It's getting dark blue now, baby. It's getting dark blue now. It sure is. Yep. It's getting dark blue now. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think 3 coats will do us. 3 coats will do us. Now it's getting to where I want it to be, because now it's starting to get, this blue's starting to hide with that black. That's where I needed it to be. That's where I needed it to be. You can't tell. No, you can't tell. You can't. I don't know why the camera's like that. I don't know why. I don't know why. I wish I did. It's not that blue in person. It's not that blue. For some reason, you can't see the deeper side, like right here. Right here. It doesn't look like that. It doesn't look that at all. It doesn't. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't look like that. I'm just saying. It doesn't look like that. This seems to be working better up here with this type of a brush. I guess I'm proven wrong, which is fine. As long as you get to where you need to be, that's fine with me. Yeah, as long as you get to where this is looking a lot better now, man. This is where I need it to be. I think one more coat of do me. I think one more coat of do me, and I think the blue's going to go nice with the gray. And I may just go back and hit it with a wash too, you know. Darken it up some more. I think I'm going to do that. Let this dry. Give it a clear coat. Overnight. Hit it to clear coat tomorrow. Let it dry. Crank it up. Peel it back, and then do it again, man. You know what I mean? I think it's... If I seen this on camera, you think that's not working. It looks like shit. I agree. On camera it does. I don't know why. Very bizarre to me. I know it's my camera settings, of course. God damn, wish he stopped. He's hearing him cranking over there. Buzz Lightyear, you're moving all over the desk. I guess I am moving the desk around a lot. I think this probably will need a wash and then wiped off lightly. Yeah, you can't, it doesn't do justice there, man. It doesn't do justice there. definitely doesn't do justice there. God, I'm dying over here, man. I don't know what the hell happened. Just started feeling rough, and then it just got worse. But then I started feeling good, then it got worse. I don't know. Bizarre. Man, I wish it wasn't so blue on camera, man, so you could see it. When I get a final product happening, I'll show you what I mean. Show you what I mean. Set that there. See what we got a little bit. It's not much, but if I take the head, I like the head where I like where it's going. I like where it's going. I know it. I think we're going somewhere nice. That's where I think we're going. I tell you, if I put a wash in there, I mean, like I said, it doesn't do justice on the goddamn camera for some reason. It's too blue. I would never keep it like that. But I wanted to separate the actual hair from the back, you know. So, yeah. Let me see here what's going on up here. What do we got going on? Let me see here. This thing here, man. I'll tell you, this goddamn YouTube wedge bullshit. Anyway, so I'm happy with that. It's looking good. Got the blue, the blue accents the gray. When you put it all together, got it going on. Looking pretty good. He's gonna be, yeah. So I may put a wash on this, but the gray, I'm gonna mess with the head. What's that? I think we may go maybe one more with this blue, because you're probably saying, man, you don't need to go any more with that blue. It's already blue. No. Let me see if I can fix it while you're standing there, while you're here. See, that looks a little better right there. But if I go to, oh man, my fucking, here we go, properties, here we go. No. All right. If I go down to the filters, now if I go in here with the color correction, see if I make it look, take the gamma down. See, that's more like it. That's more like it right there. Contrast, brightness. I don't want to make it too dark though, man. But that looks more, it's not that bright on front, man. It's not that bright on the front. It's not. I can still see the black, and my camera's not picking that up. It's not separating all the black from the blue, you know. Anyway, I don't want to make this too dark, you know. Anyway, so where we're at, let's do one more blue. See where we're at. Like right here shows a big blotch of blue. It's not really. It's not. Like that's not all blue. I don't know why my camera's. Either way, doesn't matter. Okay, well, I'll see. Like I said, I'm going to put a wash in this anyway. I'm going to put a wash in that anyway, so it ain't going to matter. It's not going to matter because I'm going to put a wash in it. I just want to darken this blue up a little bit. Almost to like a purple maybe. Well, not so much a purple, but I want to darken this blue up so when I do it, yeah, when I do it, when I darken it down some more, it'll still be fine enough to hit, you know. Get going here. Let me see here. Get this going. Crank it, baby. Crank it. Cranker. There we go. Yeah. Here we are. Get some blue in here, baby. Like I said, I'll put a wash in this thing. Get it a little deeper, you know. I'm going to you have to add a little more blue. I know you're saying, what do you mean add more, man? It's already blue. No, not technically. Not technically really blue right now. To be honest with you. It looks blue as shit on camera. I know what you're saying. I already know. It's not really that blue. But I do want it to be blue now, though. I mean, I'm saying I don't want it to be not noticeable, but I don't want it this noticeable. I'll fix this. Ain't no problem. We'll fix it. We're gonna fix it. We put a wash in there. If we go too dark with it, it'd be purple, going towards purple maybe. But I don't have a problem with that either. Purple looks pretty cool, especially against black and the blue and the gray. I could do that. I think this is where we need to be. I know what you're saying. No, it's definitely, it must be all these lights, man. That's what it is. It's all these lights, man. So, there we go. We're going to get there. We're getting there. We're going to get there. After everything comes together, I got to paint his nipples. I know it sounds weird saying that. Paint his nipples. Do that. We got to go in. Got to go in with dark purple. Hit all these tags or whatever the skin where the fuck they are. These warts or whatever. We're going to hit that. We're going to hit the goddamn... We're going to hit the fingernails. All of it, man. Anyway, I think that was long enough. I appreciate you guys. If anybody's stuck around and checked this out, I appreciate it. Until next time, look for my turtle, Teenage Mutant Turtle 3D print getting ready to come up here. I'll do that tomorrow. And I do have some stuff, not a whole lot of breakdown of this particular piece. I do have a lot of it from where I was at, where I'm going to be, but I think it's all coming together. Really, really different between up there. The difference between this thing and see here. So the difference there, it's definitely moving right along. Definitely moving right along with what we got going on. I'm not used to this camera being upside. It's kind of weird it's backwards. So anyway, yeah. It's definitely coming along. I know this looks like Blue's Clues right here, but it's not. It's going to be toned down a little bit. I'm going to tone it down. Here's the pamper. It's going to look nice. As you can see the difference right there. Well, that's backwards. There. You can see how dirty it looks and dingy. That actually was going for that effect. I think it doesn't look like it's perfect, but it looks like he's been wearing it for a while. It just doesn't look like it's bone white over there with the left-hand side. A lot of detail here, man. But like I said, this is bad lighting. We'll get back into it. I appreciate you guys watching if you did. Don't forget to check out my turtle video tomorrow from start to finish, just dry brushing. I'll see you on the next one.